guys, Laura Parker from GameSpot Australia here. We're sitting down with Scott Phillips from Volition to talk about Saints Row the Third. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for talking to us.
Now, we watched the demo yesterday, and I have to tell you, it's pretty damn hilarious. This looks like the kind of game where everybody on the team would have had so much fun making it. Can you tell us a little bit about what the environment was like when you were developing this game? Was it just basically any crazy stuff that you could think of, you just put in the game?
Not everything got in, but yes, our sort of design meetings, our brainstorming, they were a blast. They were always, I think it was about a dozen people. We would sit down in a room and we would just start throwing out ideas for weapons or for missions, and a lot of the times the ideas would just kind of feed off of each other. And so we would do 2 to 4 meetings a week where we would just talk and talk and talk, and a lot of the stuff that came out of there is the stuff that ended up in the game. And so everybody kind of bought into it, and then people around them started liking it, and when we would tell something to Art, they would go and do something even further beyond what we were asking them. So yeah, the team as a whole just has a blast making this game, and I think it shows.
Now, is it hard to come up with like funny, crazy stuff under pressure, like when you know you have to, and make it as crazy as possible?
Under pressure? No, I don't think we felt a lot of pressure. Like a lot of the team came off of Saints Row 2. And so we knew what worked in the past, and we knew these are all the things we can do better this time. And so we put basically every crazy idea for missions that we could possibly come up with, we got into the game. And so I think when we got to the end, it was kind of like, okay, what else can we add? And it kind of came up with I don't know what more we can do, because we've kind of hit everything with this game. All of the kind of major craziness that we wanted to get is in there.
Now, can you run us through what's different, like what stuff you've added in Saints Row the Third?
Well, we've got a whole new engine, a whole new tool set that we build the world with, rendering, animation, movement physics, all that stuff has been greatly upgraded. The main thing is that the world is just a much higher quality than it was in the past. We have more cars, more characters. Your character can have more customization options. There's just a lot more variety to that system itself. And then with the gameplay, we kind of upgraded. With the big focus for us was fast, fluid, and fun. Those were kind of our keywords for driving, for shooting, for movement, and I think all of our feature set were built around making just moving through the city a lot of fun. And so you have a huge variety of vehicles with which to do that. You can do the Dukes of Hazzard entry where you just dive right in through the windshield. That sort of stuff was over the top, and it feeds into those core values of the fast, fluid, and fun.
Now, I was playing the game yesterday, and I came across the awesome button. Can you tell us a little bit about the awesome button?
Yeah, so that's where the Dukes of Hazzard entry goes on. The whole idea was, we want a button that modifies what you do normally and makes everything you do even more over the top. And it was a collection of different features that all kind of migrated to be around sprinting. So anytime you're running fast, the variety of stuff you can do increases, and the sort of ridiculous level goes up. And that just totally fit the tone of the game, and so we integrated it all on that one button, and it modifies what you do, and the awesome button just seemed to make a whole lot of sense.
It does make sense, doesn't it? Now, I want to know more about Professor Genki, because I think as a character he's pretty much the best thing ever. And so can you tell us a little bit about how you guys came up with the idea for that character, and all the crazy stuff he can do, like his game show and his octopus gun and all that stuff?
That whole idea has just gone completely insane from where we started. It was very early on. We had an activity that was basically a game show contest where it was all about shooting well and moving through this environment. And so I kind of brought the idea to the team that we need to make this more over the top. This is not crazy enough for Saints Row. And so, we're big fans of that sort of ridiculous Japanese game show sort of vibe, and this sort of Majide and this sort of Takeshi's Castle, which are these shows where it's very ridiculous game show contests. And we combined that with Smash TV, and that's what we ended up with. And then we gave that to Art, and I don't know where they came up with it. I think our art director kind of said, Well, we have, he's going to be wearing a suit, like a professor suit, and then we'll put a giant cat head on him. And somehow that turned it like that. We looked at it, and everyone was like, "Wow! I mean, that
Yes.
is Professor Genki. That works." And so that's just expanded into like we've got this whole idea of the Genki verse of like these are all the things that Professor Genki does, all the different game shows he has. And so within the city of Steelport, you have this Professor Genki's super ethical reality climax, and we're going to be doing more with that in the future.